And we rolling whenever you guys are ready.
Alright.
Alright, come on.
Man, Rex.
Do we have an intro song or
We
something?
did.
Okay.
Did you get a pair?
See, like, nigga.
Did you get a pair?
Tell me, you know,
Just tell me stop and then ask me.
No, I'm saying,
Yeah, like, hold on, you just said we was
It's
gonna
not
get
fair.
into it, son. What did you say?
Alright, look. Fuck it. We don't have an intro song.
Listen, I just gotta make sure. You know what I mean?
Alright.
We did have,
I guess
we had
added
an
it
intro
in.
song.
We had it in there. Boss Moves Podcast. We back. We
back in
live.
the building.
We in the building.
We in
It's your
here.
boy 50 Racks, Young Bump, Arthur G. You know what I mean? Introducing some new guests to the building. I want to let y'all know we have
A legend.
a legend. But we not going to go
If you
down
know,
that road.
hold on, no.
We don't
We have
go
a
down that road.
legend. We have a legend, but if you know, then you know.
Yeah, if you know, you know.
Facts.
But I want to introduce the voice of the sesh.
That's a perfect intro right there.
That's the way to do it.
I can live with that, man, right now. You know?
Where did that come from, the voice of the sesh?
Hold on, let me get this mic right.
Damn it, the perfect intro.
The perfect intro, but the mic dropped, but we good. I got that from basically doing sessions, you know what I'm saying, for the past 8 years. You know what I'm saying? I've been moving underground, doing these events when people were scared to even walk in the building. You know what I'm saying?
Very scared.
Very scared. Remember, this is the time where, we get caught with this shit right here, and you going downtown respectfully.
And if you don't,
Pack it up. Yeah, you going down. You already know. You must have went through it more than once because I have too, bro. I remember.
Let me just be clear though.
We can get to that. Yeah.
Let me just be clear. Remember, Metropolitan niggas. We brought another Metropolitan nigga in here.
Okay.
Let's be clear. You know what I'm saying? From New York.
Right.
Another New York native. Talk to him, you OV.
Yo,
like
listen.
we here,
Basically,
my nigga.
we brought the West to the East. You know what I'm saying? And the right way. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no humbly. You know what I'm saying? We actually put in the work, the legwork. When niggas was scared to do it, we was running the events. You know what I'm saying? Like it's been a blessing because I ain't gonna take it for granted. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not my first rodeo, so these kind of things, they came in hand. But when we put in that legwork and we started seeing what it was like, okay.
yeah, cause this how I look at it. As far as the culture of hip hop, making music, going out, getting your shit out, it was very hard
Very hard.
for niggas to get an audience. But for some reason, when you say weed, everybody comes. Like, nigga, you could say weed on the corner of 112th and Lexington.
Yeah.
Mad niggas come through.
It gotta be good weed though. But
It gotta be right. That's the thing.
But they know that.
Yeah.
But it gotta be official.
Right.
But when I first saw you started doing that, introducing brands like Cookies, I never seen Cookies until I heard of you. I never seen Runts
Right.
until I heard of you. I never seen Jokes Up.
Mm.
Didn't know who Search was.
Mm.
I was coming to sell my music. Like I was literally trying to get my name out.
And I heard a search the first time when I went to Lumi D's album.
Right, he kept saying Jokes Up. I was literally looking over my shoulder like, what you mean the Jokes Up? Am I going to jail?
Let's be clear.
And it's crazy because in that world, I'm heavy in that world. So when I came across the Jokes Up and the Cookies, like there's levels to the shit. Like you don't know
100%.
which one you getting or which is the real one. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, those strands really turned the underground upside down.
Word.
Yeah,
You know
you
what I'm
introduced
saying?
me to a whole different lane of
Well, it's funny you
something.
put it that way because the reason I started doing this is because I got tired of the music business, and the tactics of the whole, I'm that nigga, the ego, all those kind of things that kind of like drew me off from the music business. You know what I'm saying? Like, how we come humbly like, yo, listen, and to tell you the truth, I've been successful at doing it. You know what I'm saying? So, I really actually signed deals. I don't call myself Euro V because it sounds cool. I actually bust deals. Thank you. But I actually bust deals in Europe. You understand what I'm saying? I went on tours in Europe. I broke bread in Europe. We made people millionaires. The story goes on. If you know, you know. You understand what I'm saying? But these kind of things is what I got tired of after a while when I started like going through the process of, we got successful, we did this, we did that, we traveled the world, you understand, with some artists that I worked with. And it was just like after we was coming back to the East Coast, it was just like, yo, we getting more love in Europe, and these niggas over here acting brand new. You know, the New York ego, you can't beat it. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, you know, they say you make it in New York, you make it anywhere.
Yeah.
And I see why,
That's
because
real.
I've traveled the world.
That's
You
real.
understand?
Yeah.
6 passports in. So trust me, I've seen the world, third world countries. I've seen Dubai 19 times. So I actually see what this could be in other worlds. You know what I'm saying? And they actually look up to us. So it's like, it's beautiful.
Wow.
But
So-
then when we living in it, it's like, yo, man, fuck New York.
Let me
You
ask
know
you
what
a
I'm
question.
saying?
Right, right, right.
Respectfully. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying it all the time. I just said it last episode.
Yeah,
Like,
but you know what I'm
Let's
saying?
talk
Again,
about
we
this.
gotta love it. You know, just to be mad at it. You know, to hate it is to love it. You know how that goes. But you know, when we started doing these events, I felt like it go hand in hand with the culture. You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you a question. So New York,
Mm.
this is the Mecca right now.
100%.
What other place aside from the Mecca
Mhm.
would you gravitate to?
I mean, business wise, music wise, and stuff like
Music-wise.
that. Music wise, yeah.
And business wise,
And
man. Let's make
business-wise,
it a two-part.
Yeah. No, I would definitely go to Europe, bro. Respectfully.
Europe.
I mean, you know why? Because, I mean, well, I would say this: just don't go over there thinking you're gonna make it. You understand what I'm
Right.
saying? Make sure you make it in the concrete. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Where it
Take
makes
that
sense,
success over
and
there.
then take the success out there. You know, and then use your hustle tactics. You know what I'm saying? Listen, you could put us on any corner. A New Yorker, you could put him anywhere outside the country. Trust me,
He gonna
he's
make
gonna
it.
come
Yeah,
back
he
with
gonna-
the,
so
with
what
the
if you have-
Sherlin, the cheap. He's gonna come
He
back
gonna
with
look
the
like a
cheaters
New
and
Yorker
everything. Yeah.
all the way
So wait,
back
so
in.
what if you have a
He
big
gonna have
connection to
Timberlands
Europe?
on.
Like, what if you have like one of the main niggas out there
Yeah.
that could really put you on that platform?
Right.
Could you like, aside from just going that route, could you actually find that route? Find that particular role.
Yeah.
And like, if you just because at the end of the day, it's all about who you know, right?
Yeah, right, 100%. I have the best connects over there. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, the people that I met over there, they treated me different. One thing was they made me more savvy. You know what I'm saying? Business wise, because over there they waited for us. They prepared for us already. You know what I'm saying? So they crossing their eyes, they dotting they, you know what I'm saying? Crossing their T's, dotting their eyes, and they coming with their whole game ready. They be ready for us. Hip hop shit. They think they might know more information than we do, and we from out here. You know. Sometimes I used to be like, "Word, get the fuck out of here." That I'm from the fucking Bronx too. Like, shit, I ain't never know that. You know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
really just feel like, aside from this country, I really feel like a lot of people just have a way more open mind to
yes,
music.
100%. Yeah.
I gotta ask this question just to pick a brain, cause when you said that I'm from the Bronx, that shit
That's
really
where it
clicked to
started
me
from,
because
though, too.
I'm from Harlem,
Mhm.
so I always have like a wonder, like what's like for another nigga when you went to Europe and said, "Well, I'm from the Bronx."
No, I'm from Spanish Harlem, but I claim
Right, I know you from where I'm from. We from 112.
Whatever.
I'm from 112 and Lennox.
Yep. I'm from
That's where I'm
Third,
from.
You know what I'm saying?
You
But
from third.
I'm claiming the Bronx too. Fuck
blocks
it.
No doubt. Yeah. Why not?
And
see what I'm
sometimes
saying?
Brooklyn, you
You
heard?
run all day. You live.
Yeah, sometimes Brooklyn.
You say all day. It's not no problem.
Right, but what I'm
Church
saying
Avenue.
is, for you to have
I'm a
that,
West Indian.
for you to have that foresight to say, you know what, I'm in Europe
Right.
and I'm working with people and I'm from this area, but I want to make these things happen. What was it that pushed you to like actually go out there and say this is what I could do? Because I wouldn't know. Like, I'm from New York and I expect shit to move the way it's supposed to move.
Yeah, but
You was over there making big.
once I started seeing, how they would gravitate into us, you know what I'm saying? I tapped in, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really, seen, all right, this is where it's at, boom, boom, boom. I started treating, you know what I'm saying? Like, humbleness gets you very far in life. You understand what I'm saying? Like, being, transparent and connecting with the people and being able to talk. Listen, closed mouths don't get fed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's on mommy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, closed mouths don't get fed. So if you think you too cool to talk to somebody, you will never be successful, bro. You understand what I'm saying? Then always humble yourself. I would say that. You know what I'm saying? Because know what what you trying to gravitate to. Like, if you're trying to understand something, you got to communicate the right way. So he can understand that you're trying to understand that. You know what I'm saying? So if it's not going that route, you think you know it all, then that's never gonna work. Even if you're outspoken, you know what I'm saying? You got to learn to listen too. You know what I mean? So yeah, I mean it was more of the chance that obviously it was the money too, but you know, that I seen it was like, oh, it's coming. You heard, oh, boom, boom, oh, this is the guy I gotta know, boom, boom. Before you know it, I had Lumi another deal. You know, I'm taking artists from New York over there through my own bread route. You understand what I'm saying? So we was building. You know what I mean?
Right. Since you said that, I'm gonna say that indie versus major because we had this conversation earlier.
Right.
You came in with Lumi D, so Lumi D, she signed a major deal, but I always knew that she was like somebody from my neighborhood. So
And we
she was
definitely gotta
indie.
get her in here.
She was
definitely talk
indie.
about it too.
Definitely.
Oh, just to clear this up, she was indie because she was from my neighborhood. You know what I mean? She was like somebody from the block that got signed.
So she from
I
Harlem,
literally,
Spanish
she from
song,
Harlem.
yes. She's from 19.
I literally
Okay.
heard about Lumi D on Second Ave.
Wow.
You know what I mean? I was on 112th.
That's like what, second and third half, right?
Right, it's 2 blocks over. It's a basketball court in between it.
They used to have some big
I
games
used to hang out there.
Right, my
Yeah,
father
of course,
used to
shit.
throw the basketball game. Remember I
Word,
told
word,
you the entertainers basketball class with Michael Bivens. Shout out to Bivens.
EBC.
Yes,
Sir.
yes. Shout out to Michael Bivens. My father is Big Praise. Not a lot of people know that.
Oh wow.
He's a legend.
Legend.
Basketball legend.
Absolutely.
But
Pee-wee Kirkland.
yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's my uncle.
The history is
That's my
there.
uncle. That's my
boy.
uncle. That's my
That's
uncle.
on the beat.
But long story short,
That's crazy.
I watch people come up and make these moves and put themselves into the thing, and I never quite understand it. It wasn't until people like him started saying, "Yo, all indie, this what we doing. We're doing this." I always thought there was a big machine behind this shit,
Mm-hmm.
but I would see my uncle do it and this person do it, and Lumi, she
Yeah. Well,
all indie. And when he said that, I was like, I thought you got picked up by the alien mothership.
Can we just
And you was about to blow up.
Yeah.
It's like, nah, nigga, we making this shit happen.
yeah.
We still here 2 blocks away. What you trying to do?
just for the sake of the younger listeners,
Right.
just give a little background on Lumi D and you know the position you play for her and,
Yeah.
and everything with her, you know.
Well, in 03, she was, I was, listen, I was never in the music business. You know, like it happened to be the fact that, you know, me and her got into a relationship and we built. That was like a hobby. You know what I'm saying to us? To me, it was like almost like a hobby. You know what I mean? Because I never seen anybody be successful off music. You understand what I'm saying?
Right,
like
right.
especially it being your partner in
Yeah.
crime. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So it was
right,
just like almost like we was at the sofa. Boom, yeah, you know, she had, you know, her relationships out there. Shout out to everybody who was involved, Test Move and everybody who was involved with the situation. And, you know, he was a big DJ at the clubs at that time, so he was playing the records. When the records started getting hit, it was hitting, and everybody that, you know, was starting to support it. Carmelo started playing in the Hot 97. I don't know, the shit just went, you know,
Crazy. Viral,
it went
right.
it viral when viral was not existing.
Yeah, there was no viral.
You understand what I'm saying?
Shit,
Vinyl
yeah,
viral. You know, she went vinyl viral.
Right.
Yeah, but you know, it was like that, and it was even harder, I would say. You understand what I'm saying? Because now you have to physically
There's a lot of
give
labor.
somebody your vinyl and be like, yo, can you please play it? You
There's a
understand?
lot of-
So I
pay
felt- yeah, or pay them. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like it was a harder time at that time. You know what I mean? So
Definitely.
Do you
So-
appreciate that time more than you do right now, though?
Yes.
no, yes I do. Yes, I do. Yes,
I do.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Right.
Listen,
Right.
own it because you know what? That's what made me you know what I'm saying? The person that I am right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because after that success, see, you know, I don't take full credit for our first success. I was a part of it. You understand what I'm saying? We all helped it give it the gas, the legs that it needed. You know what I'm saying? Everybody playing their part because, you know, it's all word of mouth, you know, at that time. You know what I'm saying? Even though to this day, everything is more word of mouth.
Yeah.
Besides it being viral, but you know, at that time it was more word of mouth, and you know, we spreading the word. The record started spreading. I remember being at a barbershop, and my boy had said, "Call me on the phone." No, it was like, yeah, he called me on the phone. It was like, "Yo, Big Mike is looking for you." You know, this is when Big Mike was hot. The
remember
mixtape
Big
game. Word, Big Mike. So I said, "Big Mike, word." Tell him to come up the block. Yeah, I'm over here at the barbershop. And when he came just to get the single on
Wow.
CD.
With a white label?
It was all, you know,
Yeah.
niggas pressing that shit up at that
White
time.
label. Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? Everything was white label, correct. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, he came and was like, yo, man, this is going to be big. Oh, boom, boom. I was just there like, oh, word, yeah. You know, like, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
When I started seeing the growth of that shit, you know what I'm saying? And
Nice.
how the money
That's when it
started
makes
kicking in, that's when it made sense. But, you know, that's the part I play with it. Then after that, when the second album came in, I got her the second deal. I was able to get her with TVT Records. I got a European deal. I got actually 2 deals with her. You understand what I'm saying? Then after that, I was getting mad single deals. I was hustling through other companies in Europe, doing all these features. You know what I'm saying? Getting all these sponsors.
I gotta get off a little off topic. I really gotta ask this question. So like
He got
do you
questions.
feel?
Nigga, he got.
Yo,
literally, I told you were coming.
No. This my guys right there.
Right.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Ready for you. Look, I told him he was coming.
I pick everybody brain.
Brain.
Yeah, like, good. That's good.
So
This is his interview. Go ahead.
So my question is this, really. Domestic or international?
It's always better international. You got more room after that. Domestic is
Nice.
local. You understand what I'm saying? Even though you still could get rich domestic, there's domestic rich artists. Me sitting back and seeing what it is out here and knowing the business and seeing it, both sides of the fence, I see it, niggas becoming successful. But then when you go across the street, across the water, yo, you ever heard of this? Nah. You know what I'm saying?
And I also feel like domestically, you know what I mean? Like nowadays, the success is so much shorter.
Super short. You might get killed before you even make it.
You can be like rich for a day.
God bless
Like,
you.
you can be
know
rich
what I'm
for a
saying?
day.
That's the sad part.
You rich for
I
a
hate
day.
that part.
You know what I'm saying?
Not even some of them. I don't think they have
Niggas
gotten
get
the. Yo,
killed
cause
before they even pop.
for me, like, we like when I was seeing, boom, the beginning steps. You know what I'm saying? And when I seen the success, it was money coming in. But there's people that, you know what I'm saying? There's people that they'll have the hype, but still don't get the money yet. You know what I'm saying? And then boom. You know what I mean? Nowadays, I wonder if they actually got to touch some of that money like they were supposed to. You know what I mean? Like, and where the streams go after that.
success.
You know what I'm saying? Because then, listen, years later, 20 years later, in the, knowing the business, Lumi don't even have to do a show anymore. She's successful of her record being sampled and being used
and I don't think that's
worldwide.
happening anymore.
Yeah, like
That's not
fucking being
happening
covered. You
I'm not
heard?
gonna lie.
The fucking Chris Brown uses a piece of the record. She's getting points
caked
off.
up.
She's getting caked up. Justin Bieber sample. The sample's on it. You know what I'm saying? She never has to do a show.
I ain't even going I ain't even giving them too much game.
So all it really take in this is one crazy smash.
Yeah, listen.
Look at him. Let me say this real quick.
I can tell you many
Why everybody
Put
here?
that shit on right
I had
now.
this debate a lot of times.
You can put that shit on right
A lot of
now.
people have told me
We're
I
not
can
gonna
only
put it
take
on.
one.
We're not gonna put it on. Look, everybody in this room, be quiet. I want y'all to see what he's saying. He didn't know this. It only takes one of them.
So it only takes one.
But that's a legendary
It's just
song.
gonna take you.
No, but listen.
It's not no.
He's telling you something.
I'm not gonna
He's
mention
telling
it,
you,
but-
like, yo.
Rather hit one,
Yeah.
don't hit one.
Yeah, absolutely. And
I'm the voice of the set.
All that shit is stigma. You know what I'm saying? Like to me, like you know what I mean? Because she had other hits in Europe, but us talking about it right now, it'd be like
Yeah.
1 year going to like,
It's
yeah,
not
they
doing that.
didn't see it.
Because we all know
But honestly, what it is, it's fucked up, niggas said.
that was
Me?
the fucking hit.
I'm not
I know my
lying.
kids is going to college forever of music. You know
know
what
what
I'm
I'm
saying?
saying?
I still-
The rent is paid forever.
I ain't gonna
You know what
hold
I'm saying?
I ain't
Forever.
gonna hold you. I ain't gonna hold
He
you.
going home.
That record, I'm still like in my head, I'm
Yeah.
still trying to figure out how I'm gonna flip that shit. And then be
Yeah.
like, yo,
Now the question.
Lumi, let's work. You know what I'm saying?
Well, look. Now the question. Indie made it. Look.
I'm broke. That's why 50 bands.
I just want to ask you. I want to ask you real
Listen,
quick.
we wait for the check. Go ahead, take it.
I want to ask you real quick, just so I can get this out there. Indie versus major. What would you do? Like, I mean, I'm not even saying with all the information, but right now,
I mean, listen.
Indie
Yeah.
wants to work with you. You gotta, and you know it,
Oh, I wish I
and
would
you
have known.
willing. But that's what I'm saying. I wish I had a
Right
and
now.
I knew what it could do.
Right now, oh, it's over. You heard
But-
that's
They say,
But her album was fire.
or
You said
maybe.
Indie, her album
What
was
you gonna do?
fire.
What you
all
gonna
right.
do?
So listen, I'm gonna tell you the truth right now. If I got the information that I know right now and everything I've been through in life.
Right, you've been through it.
Yeah, right now, no, I go indie 100%. I'll be saying fuck you right now, straight up. I'm saying fuck you right now, and I don't got a record. I feel like the weed is my new artist. You know what I'm
But you
saying?
took it from that perspective, right? But I'm saying, fuck that. I'm saying major. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because they're gonna give me the major budget,
Mhm.
but we're paying for everything's paid for. I've had those deals where
But
it's
at
like
the same token, you gotta remember like the position that you're playing at that very moment.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Listen, man. That when listen, I would never tell you not to take the opportunity while it's there. You understand what I'm trying to tell you? Yeah, like I'm gonna be honest with you. A major deal comes, especially in these days, they come 1 in a million. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because they wait for you to do all the work. You understand what I'm saying? And they run the Don King on you. You understand what I'm saying? They're gonna come in with the winner, they leave with the winner. That's what the label does.
Right.
You understand what I mean? I call it the Don King effect. So they're gonna come in when you hot, you did all the legwork right, and they're gonna put their arm around you that we did it.
right. But you got the bag though, right? So let's take Benny
And the only reason why they
But
say
you
they
gotta
did it-
have the bag to get on the radio.
But I feel like the
right?
only reason why they say
How
they
do you
did
get on the
it,
radio
is because they
without-
know
I'm
that
not
push.
gonna
They got
lie.
that
I'm
push.
gonna say yes.
Yeah.
Right?
How do you get on the
100%.
radio without the
Yes.
bag?
Listen,
You don't.
commercials.
You don't
gotta
get
listen
it's
to
ad
commercials.
space. You don't get on the radio without the bag, right?
Yeah.
But so let's take Benny the Butcher, right?
Mhm.
Everybody knows who Benny the Butcher is.
He's fire too.
Everybody
son.
knows Benny the Butcher.
He just took a major deal with Def Jam, right?
Right.
But everybody knows him.
That's
Right.
fine though.
So I'm just saying, like that major deal, when you get in those buildings and you rubbing shoulders with those execs and you have that budget, you're gonna win and you can win.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then when you win, now when you decide you don't want to do major no more,
Now you
now
gonna
what's you gonna do right there? And then when you do when you make those moves right there, you already got all that leverage. That's the biggest thing. I
But you
feel
gotta
like.
start up though. How you gonna
That
get
may
the
be
fan-
so,
how
but you
gonna
got
get there, though?
the fan base. You got the you got the exposure. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, when you start making that kind of bread and you got that kind of exposure, why the fuck you gonna lose? How the fuck you gonna lose?
But what about those artists just starting from nothing? They
Correct.
got nothing, no brand, nothing.
Nothing,
Yeah,
But that's a different story.
You
gotta
gotta
use somebody else's
gotta
money.
go to
But
the-
see, it's like
no
those
fun
people.
shit, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not telling y'all no lies. I'm telling y'all the truth.
Big
you have
fact.
to do it. You take Dame Dash, you take Jay-Z.
Right.
They had to get the money. Def Jam.
Yeah, they have
Needed
money,
that.
but they
You
need
gotta
it.
have the bread, yeah.
You
Go
understand?
international.
When that
You
shit
need
come
the
out your
connect
pocket,
and not the bread, not just the bread. You need the network that come with the
Absolutely.
bread.
The network.
You understand? This is what I'm trying to tell you. You can have all there's niggas that's rich out there, and you see them. They dropping the hottest video. They doing this, that, and some of them just that shit hits a wall. You understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like that. I'm telling you, I've studied this shit over and over. I've seen records get the effect that we got, and then people disappear, or or you think they disappear. Let's just be exact, because I don't want to use these fucking these stigmas that they brainwash people with. You understand what I'm saying? Once you become successful, you are successful forever. You understand what I mean?
Right.
But and you gotta own it. You know what I mean? Like I see it like. Once they put those stigmas on there, because it's the New York way of being. You know what I'm saying? Like I started learning that more as we was going through it. And I was like, what? Damn, these niggas. Boom, and then when we in Europe, boom, we dropping records. You heard shit is flying.
Right.
They cutting us new deals. You understand what I'm saying? I'm like, man, after a while, you see it like, man, New York is just one big. You start looking at it from far, like, damn, my own city. Fuck, you heard? Fuck.
Yeah, nobody gets it. Nobody
Yo.
gets it. This was a whole fucking.
But it's a program, you heard?
It's a program
It's
that's
Home
getting
Depot.
you lined up
I know.
for
New
what
York,
you lining
America's Home
yourself up
Depot.
for.
You heard? New York, certain markets, LA, we Home Depot. You heard? When it comes
Yeah, we make that shit.
we
I like that.
I'm gonna
I
say
like that.
New York. New
We
York is Home
manufacture that.
Depot. I'm gonna be honest. New York
I like that.
is a one big Home Depot, and when you walk in Home Depot, you get a little bit of
Jersey's
everything.
low.
Everything. Boom, boom, boom. You heard? You got the nails. You got
We'll
the
make you a
wood.
artist,
You know what I'm saying? You can
Right.
fill the
From
whole
the East
house.
Coast, you tough.
You understand?
Yeah.
If you got the,
That-
you know what I'm
yo,
saying?
yeah,
The bread, the
yeah,
hustle.
yeah.
But yeah, or it goes vice versa. You
Yo,
know, we sell
literally,
everything here.
When you
Yeah.
was from New York,
We get rid of it. That's it.
came in,
Next,
and
what's
you
next?
was tough.
The new
At a
hammer.
certain level, you couldn't come into New York and not be tough.
This is why I'm not gonna lie. Like lately, I gotta give Jim Jones a lot of respect. You
Shout
know
out to
what
my
I'm saying?
Jim.
Just talking gang back
Actually,
in the day.
I got Jimmy on Lumi's second album when I
That's
did
right.
it. Unexpected.
That's
That was
right.
all my moves. I got Pitbull. I remember when Pitbull
That's
before he
right.
threw on the
Indie, that's
suit.
what I'm
Before he threw on the suit, like before he threw on that look, you heard. I remember Pitbull asking me how he could get to Europe, just like this, in a
Now-
regular
now-
conversation, no podcast. You know what I'm saying?
I swear, if we ain't bridging the gap, I don't know what the fuck
he
going on.
has is you can't. I can't tell people to like
Yeah.
count on that
Yeah,
because it's a generational record.
yeah,
So
Right,
everybody's
right.
not doing that.
yeah. No
You know
more.
what I'm saying? So once you, I'm just saying, like, just from the perspective of, yeah, if you got that record, of course. How many people's walking around with that record?
Right.
Nah, that's
Right?
a different type
So,
of record.
you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So for
yeah.
the people, it's like, yo, my nigga, go get that money, son. Go with them. I've been in the offices. I know how it go.
Yeah.
When you up there, when you go to if I go to who's my man? If I go to DJ Self, right? Yo, Self, boom, boom, boom. I want to play the record. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
Kevin Loud's,
Tells him the same thing. He didn't play that record.
it's different.
That's a whole different feel. That's a whole different vibe. That's a
There's
whole
also
different
strategy.
energy.
This is why.
That's a
this is
different
why.
energy.
Again, this is why I fast forward, and now I'm in the game that I'm in. You know what I'm saying? I had to kind of reverse, go back into the streets, kinda. But I felt like I'm built in my own metaverse. You understand what I'm saying?
Nice.
If I want to put it in the world,
Building
that
the
I'm,
future.
yeah, I'm built in a different future. Livestock. You understand what I'm saying? All the lions is gonna eat. You understand? Guaranteed. Once I started seeing what I was doing, boom. That now that I sit back and I walk down the street and I start seeing tables in the street, and I'm like, wow, this is the influence we got to.
Right.
You heard? You go to stores, you see the Runts logo in it.
I love
You
that.
understand what I'm saying?
I love
Jokes
it.
up, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, come on, we really brought it to the table. You understand? And then when I see everybody outside fucking eating in Union Square Park, I'm like, God damn, we did it. Listen, when I was in, when I had,
I'm getting the money.
you heard?
I got my own
Yeah,
podcast.
you heard? This is
I got a lot of money. Listen, let me tell you something. I got a lot of money off all them strands when they come out. You know what I mean?
Jokes up.
Because I'm the guy that you gotta see.
Facts.
So like when that come out and I got it, man, listen, the numbers was
So,
68 at
obviously,
first.
you know, it took a lot of teamwork and a lot of people that's involved, you know what I'm saying? A lot of other legends that, you know, I feel like they upcoming legends, you know what I'm saying? Because this is a new decade, it's a new world order. And so, you know, niggas been selling weed forever. You
Of
know what I'm
course,
saying?
yeah.
Now, I'm not going to take the credit for that. But evolving it, I'm going to take credit for that. You know what I'm saying?
Let's go.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's
And then, on top of that, you know, I'm showing people now that, you know, you don't even need to be selling weed to be a part of this community. You know what I'm saying? You
What
can
you
be an
mean by that?
accessory. Huh? What I mean by that, like, yo, you can sell lighters. You got the fucking
Right.
the trade. You understand what I'm saying?
Wow.
You can sell
I'm glad you
fucking
did that.
grinders. You heard?
Wow.
Yo, let
You
me.
understand what
Facilitate.
I'm saying? Yeah, come on, add to it. You heard? Get me a
got
venue right now, and we're gonna turn this bitch up. We all
I got
gonna
mad
eat.
venues for that.
Oh, so let's
Yo,
break
I
bread.
got you, Vitinho.
I got
Listen,
I got
this
that.
nigga showed me I don't have to be
Yeah.
a hustler by tradition.
We making history tonight, baby.
No, I said hustler.
Listen.
I didn't want to say drug dealer
Yeah.
because I don't want to say that because
Okay.
he never told me to be a
Yeah,
drug
right.
dealer.
Yeah, entrepreneur,
He said you
entrepreneur.
can be a hustler by any means. He said you can make it.
Whoever's selling these cups.
I literally listen.
Listen,
I literally
I want-
sold tickets.
Even these cups.
Listen. I'm gonna give him a factual joint.
How about
I
that?
literally sold tickets to a show that was my show, and I learned to be a hustler. He's like, look, I'm gonna put you on on the lineup.
Where?
Who's coming?
That's love. That's love.
And I was out there. I was in the street. I was like, yo, you
Get
gotta
artists,
come.
yeah, get
You gotta
artists.
come. Get artists.
And he would be breaking
He
bread.
used to say that shit. Get the artists to come through.
You're gonna
And
break bread.
I would send the
You
artists.
understand? And the artists to get the opportunity they want because it wasn't like they were going to a hole in the wall and shit wasn't happening.
It was already in place.
I had
Redman,
yeah,
dog.
Redman.
Rick City.
He
listen,
was
I'm gonna
my
tell you,
guy.
The events that we did have been legendary. I had
It had
Casanova,
Redman, Mano,
Styles
fucking
P,
Styles P,
Noriega, all the legends from New York. Cameron.
nigga
You know what I'm
Cameron.
We was doing
It's
events big
nothing.
already, but I was already.
Oh wait. We can't forget about Casanova. Nigga, we had Casanova, second floor in the Bronx. This was some random shit. Nigga, we had the second floor filled, 450 people. No problem. Wrapped
Jokes
around the
up.
whole.
But this is what
And
you
it's
know,
Casanova.
on mommy. You heard? Like, and in
Free
Casanova.
man, free
No, and it
dog,
was
free dog.
it was Casanova.
Casanova,
right when he
free
was
dog.
just getting that.
He was just
Tekashi.
getting there.
Niggas was not.
I remember that time. I was
Niggas
getting a
was
lot of
not
money at
just
that time.
booking
So I remember
Said,
that.
look, you need to go forward with
That's
this.
when
You
he
need
was
to do
real,
this.
real
This is
top.
good.
Real
This good for you.
And, you know, it wasn't easy dealing with Cass either.
Right,
yeah?
right.
But you know what? Listen, me me being from the streets, I feel more comfortable dealing with the street people. I feel, you understand what I'm saying? I feel
You know
more
what
in
you
my
getting.
lane. I know what I'm getting.
You know what you getting.
Oh, he
Yeah.
was happy. Oh, he kept swinging his arm like, yo, let me get 2 more bottles of Henny. That's
Right,
He got me
right.
for 6 bottles, but I was so happy because yo, it was one of the biggest parties we've done yet.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, if we could have got him back, I would have did it again. This is before he actually did the Rockefeller move. He was still with German who actually is the Winter Circle now.
Yeah, shout out to Chef G and
They had the whole
Fresh.
You know what I'm saying? So it was early cash, man. It was prime time, and it was the best money I spent. You know what I'm saying? Me and my team. Because listen, I don't do this by myself. I got the team. It's Serge. It's
Bro.
it was the team.
You use that phrase forever, but it means a lot for people that come from nothing. You know what I'm saying? Listen, and people that's out there busting their ass, when people not taking you serious, and by the time you got the podcast, jokes up, nigga, let them niggas know, like, it's over. Like, all that shit, you know what I'm saying?
I'm
Like,
going to use it.
Yeah,
Just
forever.
because you gave me the cosign.
Yeah,
Nah, I ain't gonna lie, like a
Man,
regular
the joke's up on what you thought I was doing.
Tonight is an
But if you
egg
want to
hunt.
throw
Just
it
let you know that.
and a stab, then you got to talk to
Just let you know
LB,
this
bro.
ain't
You heard, like, you know what I'm saying?
Hold on, my bad. Can I know about the egg hunt or the?
Yeah, well,
Even in the
doing-
future, even if we do this in the future, like, can you talk about that?
Yeah, so right now I'm actually doing it right now. I just did my second stop right now. And it's funny, this is the first stop in Hunts Point in the Bronx.
Oh my goodness.
Listen, I'm going to gentrified towns and I'm going into the trenches when I do these drops.
That's the
You know what I'm
trench,
saying? Right now we promoting this new drop, Banana Surf.
New job.
Everybody better do this Everybody.
This drop, listen, I'm actually cheating the Easter hunt right now. But I'm going to leave it for y'all so y'all can try it first.
Can I see it?
It's exclusive.
I'm asking. Can I see
He
it?
said,
I don't know.
Yo, somebody do that.
I got a question.
I'm ready to hear what you gotta say.
Like the branding and marketing with the bags and all of that, that's what, did that play a major role in changing the
Yeah,
whole?
so listen, we come, 100% because it becomes branded.
Right,
We create brands now.
Right.
So
He
now,
said, hold on. He's like, hold on.
the way I see it right now, these fucking our brands
Yeah.
that we created now could become the new Def Jam.
Oh, I
Now
have
the
experienced
tables gonna
myself.
turn. You understand what I'm saying? The tables are gonna keep turning now, cause now this we not just doing that. We got merch now with the brand,
Right.
you know, which is the most important thing.
Yeah.
The merch, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The events,
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is actually the newest artist we pushing right now. It's
Right.
Sir.
Hold on. Can I?
And he don't talk back to
pretty.
you.
Hold on,
He's
hold
not
on.
gonna tell you no.
Right.
He's
Let me
gonna
ask you a
get
question.
he's
Like
gonna
this,
tap in.
is
That's
this
fire.
connected to the music? This actual?
Well,
Yeah, question.
started
It's Serge?
ENT
Right,
right
right.
now.
Let's be clear.
We got an artist.
That's your artist?
No. I call it the artist right now. The brand
Oh.
itself. I treat the brand like an artist.
So you doing? You really flipped it, the music to the vibe. You
That's
really
fire.
flipped it. I gotta.
You understand what I'm saying?
Now
see
I
it.
really
But-
understand.
And I just want to big up to the
Now
fact.
I
I
understand.
just want to big up to the fact that you got the purple with the orange hairs.
And it really tastes like no homo, like banana.
And it's
Big
no
pause.
Poor big pause.
It got that.
you can talk to him, man. We good. If you want to talk to us, you want to ask questions.
Listen, I'm leaving that.
just want that
Listen,
nigga.
I'm
I
sorry,
just want
I'm
that
just
nigga.
leaving y'all 8th because it's a real exclusive drop.
No, I
You
ain't-
only
I just
get
want
it
that
at
nugget.
420. You understand
I
what
just
I'm
want
saying?
that nugget. I don't care about
Oh
that.
my God.
But how much is an eighth? How much is an eighth for? 'Cause
Oh,
I want
man.
something
Yeah,
for me.
I don't have none on me right now.
I don't know, but I'm looking at it
But
like it's rap.
the only one that we have right now, yeah, we just y'all should just roll it up and smoke it whenever together.
I'm just looking at it like it's rapper weed.
Make
Fire, though.
that do what it's supposed
Yeah,
to
make
do.
it work. Swing it around because
Better than
420
both.
That
got
shit
the,
pretty.
Pero me voy, you see, like,
yeah, I see
Okay.
it. Yeah, take
the
it
Ken
up.
what's
Yeah.
going on?
Yeah, I already know.
Hello?
He know this is a smart man.
Yeah,
You come with an A.
Hold on.
Y'all niggas gonna figure it
I
out.
can't figure it out, kid. Yeah.
Let's do it like this. Let's do it like this. Look, we're gonna make a boss move. This is the first time ever. I've never done this. I'm gonna try some different shit.
That shit smoke.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put my hand right here.
All right.
Put your hand right here.
All right.
That shit smell like goddamn.
Oh man.
Put your hand right here. Yo, mom, put your hand on. Put your hand on. Alright.
Hold on, it's different. This
I know it's some different shit.
some
We
different
not
shit.
locking fully in. We just
I feel like I was
we
pushing
good.
right
We good.
Good.
Alright.
Should I said that? I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
100%.
Y'all do what y'all do. We got weed in the building. Look, I appreciate
Hold on,
that.
we got-
I appreciate that. But I just wanted to link up with these bosses. You know what I mean?
Link up.
I wanted to link up with these bosses
Oh.
because this is a once in a lifetime opportunity
Yo,
for me
facts.
to say I've been sitting here with the voice of the sesh.
On guard.
You know what I mean? I'm sitting here with ABU. You know what I mean? I'm sitting here with I'm with my niggas. Like we actually working.
Right.
And we having a
Hey,
great
thank
fucking
you for coming
conversation.
through, y'all. Like
Come on,
literally,
come on,
you did
come on.
not have to come in.
Come on now. Listen, I had to make the stop and I strategize it.
And I'm coming to the next. I'm coming to the next pop up.
Come 420. 420. we got
Anybody
that-
need to go
the
to a
exclusive
pop-up.
drop.
We all
Come
at.
on, man.
Listen, if the
Oh, I
street-
can't. We gonna talk about
where y'all at. You
I'm at the
gotta go.
pretty birthday
Listen,
party.
that's
You
been
have
my-
to go.
Listen, that's been the major part in my
Wait,
business.
okay.
It's been the mystique thing.
Coach
You know,
Logo,
yeah,
H
like
fire.
everything
You have
is
to
the
go.
mystique. You know what I'm saying?
I'm there.
Yeah, that's
We talk
always
off the
been-
camera.
Yeah.
Always,
That's
always
fine.
off the camera, but it's
I'm
always
there.
been
We
mystique.
locked
I'm
in.
still,
Locked in.
I don't care how special and you know how much they open those doors for us. I'm gonna keep the energy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Bro, it's our own secret. You
Right,
know what I'm
right.
saying? And
Thank
this
you.
this time,
And I respect
I
it.
feel
I
like
love it.
you know they're not gonna just be able to take this away from us. You
They
understand?
can't.
You know what I'm saying? Because if we chain up like this, the way you just brought that energy,
Right.
we keep doing this, we have something in control of.
And I don't want to.
It's not what we
I'm not
trying to
trying
destroy.
to.
We trying
I
to
want to
build.
add on
Pushing
to
that
it.
culture.
And I'm gonna keep it real with you. It took hip hop, right?
Yeah,
Don't let them take this right here.
they can.
They can't get
I don't
this.
think-
Don't let them. We got this right here.
Yeah, this is our. This is
We the Illuminati of this
This is
right
what we
here.
do.
We the masons of it. No cap.
We literally
Don't
make
let 'em
rules
get this
along the
right
way. We're making rules.
We the
as we
Illuminati
go.
of this right here.
Word up.
Bro, we're making rules. He is the voice of the
That's
sesh.
a lot. Listen,
The sesh been going on.
When we
and he
talk-
will tell it before him.
Yeah.
I've been doing
He
this
is the voice.
almost 30 years. When we talk off camera, the people we know, it's
Right.
already gonna be.
They've been here.
It's already.
Now all the real rights know what's up. All of them.
Real rights.
The people
Thank
you
you.
naming,
Yeah.
I'm going bang. I know, but
The
it's-
names, all the real rights
these
know what's up.
names don't change.
Yeah,
Nah,
everybody,
we
all the
working.
solid ones are still around.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The ones that suffer from it, they're gonna get their gain from it. You know what I'm saying? But it's a new structure, and like I said, man, there's more opportunity. It's gonna raise the stock up for the city. I mean, and we're gonna have more independent bosses than we ever did if niggas play the cards.
Yeah,
right.
you
know
ever
what I mean?
had-
If they leave that old energy behind and start the new energy,
Hold
you
on.
know what I mean?
Damn, I had to leave the old energy behind and start with the new energy. I told you, I'm an evolution guy.
Right.
I'm
on
all
your
about
page.
evolution.
I'm on your page.
That's why I tell you, you gotta let that shit go.
Yeah,
It's time for the new rules.
yeah.
The new niggas is
Yeah,
here.
because you know they try to adapt the old. You know, I've gotten that territorial back in the day energy.
We don't wanna
like,
handle
you know,
that.
So cracker coach, not the same
This ain't
thing.
crack.
Oh, yeah, you
Right,
used
right,
This
to
ain't
say
crack.
That
This ain't
shit,
dope.
that
We haven't
lasted.
sold crack
So
in
It's
a
something
long
different.
time.
You know, I'm gonna use that.
You know what I
That
mean?
more.
It's
that
something
has, you know,
different.
that
I'm sorry, but it's just that old mentality
The old
that'll
mentality
keep it
fuck
there.
everything up.
And then what this shit is right here is we all
Opportunity.
trying to win.
New
Right.
We don't need to be, we don't need to say, oh, y'all gotta be fucking rich. Y'all gotta be rich, but we can't be rich. No, fuck all that shit. So why can't we all eat? Why can't we all eat together?
And that goes the generation of collaboration.
The generation of collaboration.
I'm gonna give you
Yo,
that. You coined
appreciate
that,
you, appreciate
which
you.
is the reason why New York has a heartbeat. Cause that old mentality is, I don't fuck with them niggas though. They're from Queens.
Facts.
Don't fuck with Harlem niggas.
Yeah,
Bronx niggas don't fuck with
Yeah,
Brooklyn.
right.
Right.
Like that shit.
Yeah, facts.
That shit ain't doing nothing for nobody.
Yeah, yo, that shit putting niggas in a box.
That shit ain't doing nothing for nobody.
No,
That's putting niggas in a box.
I mean, listen, look what they doing now. Look at what they doing with the music now. You know what I'm saying? Like back to the music, like they using, you know, all these small little opportunities with the drill music right now
Yeah.
to push a new agenda now. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because I feel
feel
like
that. I feel
I feel like you know, like you see how us, you know, damn, I feel like I'm old talking like this, but
We all, everybody else.
We all,
We all,
at least
I'm saying?
70s
Like,
and 80s.
it just funny.
Do this.
Yeah,
We're
it just
old.
makes me feel
But this
like,
is
you
what
know,
the-
like I feel like when I'm listening to the music, now they pushing that agenda harder. And it's like the young kids they don't even got the mind to think yet. You know what I'm
Zombies,
saying?
right, yeah.
It's like they zombieing them out
yeah.
and keeping them in that trap.
Right,
and then
right.
if you see all the videos, they all look the same.
Right,
Bang,
right,
bang,
right.
bang.
We just-
Boom,
we just-
you, I'm a boom, you.
That's how you start the video.
Listen, I'm not
The
knocking
video
it.
is when we lighting it. Oof.
Yeah.
It's gotta be a puff of smoke,
Yeah.
and everybody
We're not
just.
jacking that no more. It's new. It's new
Yo,
shit. We gotta
I
get.
have a son. My son is 4.
Shout out to him.
Word up.
Yeah, that's
Word
my
up.
baby.
He about to go viral.
My
I believe
son
it.
will be viral.
I believe it.
But listen, this is what I gotta
Digital
say.
babies, that's what we having.
Yeah.
We're having digital babies. So right now, I'm getting my son ready for this. I actually have to be very careful about what I put him involved into. Even the music. This nigga gotta dance. He gotta dance to the intro to what I want. That shit might be horrible, yo. I don't want my son dancing to nothing, yo.
Right.
Period. Don't dance to nothing, nigga. Cause you might be this woo, woo, and now you're a crip.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or you
And it put
just,
you in a box.
and now you gay.
Right.
I don't want to know nothing.
You're right. You protected him.
I'm gonna protect my son. My son is not on social media, but at the end of the day, that's how
Protect
we
him.
promote ourselves.
Yeah.
We promote ourselves based off of viral music.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna promote my son off some whack shit.
Wow. Why do that?
Yeah, like come on, man.
He needs something popping.
Right, and he only deserves that.
A part of the.
So
a
that's
part
how
of the
that's
game
how
that
I
we ain't
approach.
get into it
That's
all
how I
that.
approach the media
He
when it
touched
comes to
on
my
is
son.
marketing,
My
bro.
son gotta be popping,
Marketing.
but it can't be.
Whack.
Yeah, it can't be that.
Yeah.
He has to go viral.
That's why you're.
Because it's my
behind it.
son.
Right.
But I don't want it to be go viral because of that. You know what I mean?
Integrity.
Yeah, integrity.
Yeah.
He can't go viral because of that.
Yeah.
Now we raising gentlemen now.
Yes, we're on to another level.
Right. They
Young
gotta be
man.
better than us.
100%.
My son will be dropped to a fucking anthem.
So let me ask you a
I
question.
swear. My son has an
Keep it in
anthem.
the air, man.
So let me ask y'all all a question.
Yeah.
Actually, like
That nigga ain't got nothing but a fucking
let's
theatrical
because
career.
I could see that we're all visionaries.
100%.
We are all visionaries. So like let's try to put ourselves in the next generation. What do you think that next generation gonna be?
They want our introduction. That's where we come in. But we're doing our jobs.
I think the next generation, right, for me, like it's going so far left of just grab this phone and everything.
Right.
You don't have to go to a big studio. It's going so far that way that it will have to go back to
What we originated from.
which was you gotta invest and you gotta spend the big bucks.
Word.
Like, it's gotta go back.
Word.
It's gotta go back.
Train
It's going too
train
far.
them into being
left.
entrepreneurs. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
You know, because like even like a lot of the college shit, they put you in a big bill. You know what I'm saying? Like it's no real. You know, it's people that done all that shit. You know,
Yeah,
they
it
did
costs
all the
money to
years.
do that.
You know, they done all the years, and I spent around them 20 times already. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I'm just using me for an example who left school at the fucking 8th grade.
Right,
You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right.
Like, I fucked up.
Right.
No. That took courage.
Yeah.
You know what?
You know how much
Eighth
courage
grade,
that
yeah,
took?
yeah.
I dropped out of the ninth.
Yeah.
I gave all my school books
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
And was like, I'm
Where
going.
my nugget at?
I feel like
No, right.
Nah, roll it. We about to go
You gonna
outside.
take my nugget like that?
They
Yo.
want to see the nugget.
Your boy
That's
King
it.
Brad.
It was
Give
crazy.
him some more.
No, we was trying to put that underneath the flashlight.
We out
So we
here.
could see it.
Yo, that shit's sexy, right?
It was like,
Yo, that's just so good.
Cause I'm ready to
That's
fucking
it.
smoke. I'm looking at it like
420.
You know what I mean?
like it's a motherfucking photo right now. Like
Yeah.
I just ended the live. Let's go outside and smoke.
You remind me of Wiz Khalifa.
You right? I'm like a Wiz Khalifa.
Let's be
and
best friends.
I'm best friends.
But I like girls though, so that's cool, right?
yeah.
Girls ain't girls where I'm from, right? And girls.
I don't listen to Drake where I'm from, but that's okay. I don't listen to Drake. Drake is like,
Strip club,
he's a rapper,
Yeah.
art space, and a cafe.
but he's not
very good.
So we're good, right? We're good.
Look, Drake is not a meeper.
Why he talking about Drake? I like Drake.